Right.
The body.
Okay.
And these two, I'm
Right.
assuming.
I think we're all back up and running. Fingers crossed it holds for the last half hour because it's really irritating when the call keeps dropping for me. Yeah, so, okay. Are you all going together or are you splitting up to do different things?
We're splitting.
Obviously.
I'm taking the paladin. I'm taking.
Okay.
I'm gonna take thingy with me.
Stix and Neo, okay. What are you doing?
So yeah, we're heading back half pint, investigating the body once more, and investigating the
Damien.
Damien.
The Damien.
Asking a couple more questions. Gonna be using sweet zones of truth.
Okay, so you and Neo are investigating the inside of the tavern.
Yes.
What are Arwen and Klari doing?
Still with
You're staying with Caleb. Okay.
for now.
Okay, well, let's tackle that first while the boys head back to the pub.
The boys.
Okay. What else would you like to ask Caleb?
Yeah. So what time did you leave last night, roughly, would you say?
Well, we left, I don't know, like slightly before closing time.
Okay. And you left with Lena, obviously.
Yes, wasn't out after the curfew.
I didn't get a word of that.
Excellent. It's still being a bitch. Why won't the internet work? So yeah, what Caleb said was he and Lena got back to hers a little bit before the curfew, with not enough time for him to get back to his from Lena's. So she suggested he stay over to avoid being out after the curfew. She invited him to stay.
Um,
And what time did you guys go to bed? Like, probably.
Like pretty soon after. Maybe like midnight-ish.
Okay.
okay, so they definitely didn't sleep together.
Well, you don't know. Could be lying.
Now, are you aware that Lena and Bally were having an affair?
A sort of steely expression comes over his face when you mention this. Like, yeah, I found out last night.
How did you find out?
I saw that Lena was upset about something, and I went to see if she was okay. And then I saw them just.
Upset about this. Did you speak to Lena about it?
Well, I didn't say it, like, not for a little while, and then I told Molly, and I thought she deserved to know, and I went and spoke to Lena, and she was upset because of some stuff that Bally had said earlier, apparently. So we went for a walk for a bit.
With Lena?
Yeah, Lena and I went for a walk for a bit.
What did you say on that walk?
I mean, we just kind of chatted, probably a little bit about Pally and stuff. And
Did you say anything about how you felt to her?
we talked about stuff. Yeah.
That doesn't answer my question.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
What did you say?
Told her how I felt about it. Wasn't right for her or good enough for her. Just old. I mean, have you seen how grey that man is? And more importantly, married. Married to money.
Molly about the
Pardon?
Did you told Molly about the
Yeah, I told Molly. Didn't seem like anyone else. That didn't seem like she knew, so...
last night?
Oh my god, this... why
Um,
is it so
how did
shit
she
this week? Sorry, you have
How
to say
did-
that again.
How did Molly react when you told her about the affair?
I mean, she was like angry, I guess, and upset. Like, I mean, I just told someone that their husband was cheating on them, and didn't seem to go down very well. Kind of just
When
told me to fuck off.
when
Don't know if
do
you
you remember
believe me.
roughly
Sorry, do you remember roughly
when you told her?
I mean, it was basically before I left with, like, Lena. Didn't figure I should hang around after pissing off Molly.
Thank you. I think that's all my questions. Do you have any more, Arwen?
Do you know where Molly... Have you seen Molly since yesterday?
No, I assume she's just is at the half pint. Where else would she be?
Something's not adding up and I'm confused.
Or Dorian. You know what? I'm still a little concerned about your.
If Hugo like conveyed messages that it was Hugo.
Pardon?
You know how Hugo communicates with us?
Yes.
If it was done to Caleb, would he know that it was Hugo?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Why, are you going to try and get him to mentally...
I thought he might think it's his conscience.
No. No, when it's done, you get the sense that there's someone reaching out to communicate with you.
Like the dead soul of Bali. Okay, that's fine.
The Barley's past.
I have literally nothing that can help with anything. Unless you want me to talk to an animal or produce a lot of flames.
Well, you could use speak with animals because this guy's a dog.
Oh. Ooh, is there any oh no. Ooh! Ooh! Is there any plants in Lena's house, Caleb? Or does she have a pet? House plant?
I mean, yeah, like she's got some like flowers in like window boxes and stuff.
Is that outside?
Yeah.
Has she got any plants in her room?
No. No.
Okay. I want to go to Lena's house.
Okay. You don't know where that is, so you're gonna have to go back to the half pint and find out. But you can, go to do that. In
Excellent.
the meantime, we will cut back to Stix and Neo.
Okay.
Where are you heading first, Stix?
So first, I'm heading back inside.
Mm-hmm.
And sure I tell, or like, make sure I clock Damien and Lena, see
Okay.
what they're doing. Are they still here? And how do they look at this moment? Do they almost look as if they've maybe just like gotten over it and they're getting back to business?
Damien seems stressed. He's like pacing back and forwards, and he looks up when you like come back in. He's like, "Have you?" Bearing in mind, maybe like only like an hour and a half has really only passed in the meantime. And he's like,
Yeah.
Have you found Molly?"
We have not yet found Molly. No, we are still looking into several things. I might be interested to ask you about that, because I feel like maybe I can tie up a few threads and find her. The crime scene, and I will be right back down with you to hopefully tie up a few of these threads and maybe tell you some stuff that we found and go from there.
Okay. You head upstairs again for another. You see that the left arm is riddled with cuts and scrapes, likely the dominant defensive arm used. And judging by the wounds on the victim's face, as well as the blood and things that cover the coat and the murder weapon, it's likely that the victim you suspect was of the same height as the attacker.
Last bit's alright.
The last bit, I'll repeat, based on the number of fact that they were my friend. All right. I'm just going to run through that all again, and hopefully you'll hear it all this time. So you can see that the victim's main arm, his left arm, was the defensive one, and that the attacker was probably the same height as the victim, and must have been quite strong.
Quite strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to turn my camera off to see if that just lessens the load very slightly on the Wi-Fi.
I might do, to be fair. Usually works on me with work. That's Team Messenger.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and thinking about it in this instance, does Damien seem like an apt candidate, or would Caleb that Damien is much more strong? Okay. I feel like you might be on something there. So, okay, so Damien. Okay, yeah, so I'd then like to go a quick check through any of Molly's things.
Yeah, having a look through, you can see that Molly's things all seem to be intact. You can't see an obvious discrepancy in her clothes disappearing or anything like that.
Okay. And no secret letters admitting guilt or fault.
No, there is no confession.
Oh,
Yes.
why?
Imagine that there was just a fucking entire like confession letter. Yeah,
That would be amazing.
Okay. So doing it murder. So in which case it says Damien. And I'm going to
Back
ask him a
downstairs
couple
to
of
speak to Damien once more.
Yes.
Okay.
As we're going down the stairs, I'm going to say to Neo, look, I think
The murder.
did it. Larry thinks that Damien did it. I think that Arwen thinks Damien did it. So, if you could, no matter what I'm doing, keep clocking him. Keep your eyes on him, and be ready to. If needed, worried he'll want to run off or do anything like that. And I'll go downstairs and I'll go to Damien and ask him, okay, so just had to take a quick look at something on the body. Unfortunately, my hunch was wrong. I didn't find anything, sadly. But I do just have one or two things that I wanted to talk to you about and ask you about. So first of all, I wanted to ask, did you hear anything last night? I don't believe we asked that. Did you hear anything after the pub had shut down?
No. I closed up. And I just went to bed. I thought everything was, sort of all right.
Okay. We heard from Caleb so we've gone to speak with young Caleb, and he mentioned that Bally was potentially quite a violent person, or had the potential for violence. Have you ever noticed this about the man?
Not especially. No, he was an okay bloke. I think Molly liked him because he came from out of town and he was interesting and had a bit of a history. I would have rather he wasn't involved in the running of the half pint. I want to pass it on to Molly as my father passed it on to me. Bally wasn't really the type to, done it well, I didn't think.
Okay. The position you're in as a father, you're just worried about your child.
Unkempt, untidy clothes, sort of half a day's stubble across his face, looking almost like he hasn't slept. Comes in and sort of lets out a long sigh. It's like, well, I hear there's been a murder.
Who might you be, sir?
I'm the sheriff. Who's it to you?
I am. My name is Stix. I'm a chosen paladin of Zuriel, and I was first on the scene here, and I've been with some of my compatriots just wrapping things up. I'm known aid, and aid's not really the correct term, but I have fought for the councilwoman Genevieve. I'm on very, very good terms with her, and I believe it is in your best interest to just leave me to my just last little bits of investigation that I promised. Seeing as you
consider yourself quite the detective, do you? Well,
personally,
we're always looking for to catch, for justice. So any information you've got would be greatly received.
Of course.
Know anyone about who's looks like they might be a guilty type? Got any information? Then if a crime can be solved, there will be a bounty for that, and if an arrest can be made, there'll be a bounty for that as well.
Of course. If I might recommend, actually, okay, I have an idea. I'll say this in front of Damon as well. If I might just recommend, so there was a gentleman in the bar last night. He was a purple tiefling.
Tiefling, you say, or the suspicious type?
Yes, he wore hooded clothes, dark clothes. I believe his name may have been something along the lines of Uriel or something like that. I believe he is
Well, that's obviously our criminal then.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's obviously
Yes.
our.
Go fight,
But-
and he like clicks his fingers and points to the guys. Go. Fight. Where was he? Where was he last seen?
This morning outside the bar. I know not where he is now, but I do believe he. I do believe after several people, he was apparently here till very late last night after curfew. And I'll look immediately at Damien and see how he reacts to that. And saying like he was apparently wandering this figure was apparently wandering the halls last night, and I suspect him to potentially be the murderer. And I'll look at Damien and see how he reacts to that.
Yeah, Damien looks a little bit surprised. He's like, it wasn't. Yeah, sort of like this all seems like new information to him as well. Well, if we can apprehend this one, then you might have claimed yourself a small purse for your troubles, Mister.
I would, however, say that this is only based on hearsay. This is not a definite. But if
Not
you
a hearsay.
if you would just give me a quick moment with this.
Say no more. There's a suspicious tiefling type about. We'll get him in the end.
Cool, Damien. As I was saying, just cross the I's and dot the T's. I just need to do. I just need to do one quick thing. We've done it to everyone this morning. It's just a quick, simple thing. It's a spell called Zone of Truth. It just means that you tell the truth. Obviously, you have the option of being quiet. Should the truth need to arise. However, obviously, if you've got nothing to hide, I would expect. Obviously, you don't. You say stuff. So, I'll begin casting the spell, Zone of Truth, and I'll say I'll include myself in it as well, but I actually won't be. And I will then say, well, yeah, he needs to make a save, wisdom save. No. Was it wisdom or charisma? Was it wisdom or charisma? It was charisma save, yes.
Yeah. The sheriff of the guys like, oh wow, I was going to go investigate, but I want to watch this. So you cast Zone of Truth.
Truth. Charisma save.
Nat 20.
Fuck!
Well, that's just rude.
That is rude. Parts of my spells. Piece of shit.
Damon just sort of looks to your side. I
Hey,
don't feel any different.
Hey Neo, do you know the spell Zone of Truth?
He does not, I don't think.
Fuck. Well,
he might be able to learn it. He certainly doesn't have it prepared.
I'll just say no. You wouldn't necessarily feel different. You wouldn't know if it on to you. It just slightly might more incline you to tell the truth or tell a lie. I was wrong before. In fact, I believe if you tell a lie, you will be racked with quite a bit of pain. Unfortunately, so I would just be very, very cautious about telling a lie.
How long does that last?
Should only last about a minute or so. Like I said, if you got nothing to hide, shouldn't need to worry. So my first question: were you involved in the murder last night?
So pause it for a second, and just like it seems quite hesitant to say anything at this point in time. It's like, no.
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it. Roll an insight check.
Actually, it's obviously not coming, but I need to roll an insight check. Don't I?
11.
11.
No, he just seems nervous. It's hard to get a read on what his emotions are because you scared him a little bit. The sheriff's just like, oh, that was boring. Come on, lads, let's go have a look at his body. Why don't you bring the bag?
You guys could do that thing.
Can't go dragging it through the streets in front of people, with a festival and all. Don't want to be giving people a fright.
Yes. Second question. Really quickly. Do you know where Molly is?
I've told you, I don't know where she's gone. But if you haven't found her by now, then I better go and look for her.
Okay, and I'm assuming he answered that one without sort of hesitation.
Yeah.
Okay, so this lie has not helped me whatsoever. Okay, that's fair enough. Well, why don't I just go ask the captain, this sheriff person, to go investigate where Molly should be, and I'll just stay here. I will wait for the other. And I'll go up. I'll say to the sheriff, "Look, sheriff, we have a situation. After the brief investigations me and my friends have done, we kind of think it's Damien downstairs, actually. I was completely lying about that tiefling. It was a play. It was a ploy. There was a tiefling here, but we don't think he's part of any of this. However, his daughter's gone missing, and his daughter is the wife of the person that's dead. She would be a very valuable person to speak to at this time. Do you think we could maybe get some guards on that?"
Yes, of course. We'll track him down. Don't worry.
Thank you very much. If you could do that as soon as possible, that would be.
I'm sure she'll turn up in the end. This is tiefling chap that I'm worried about. He's been poking around.
Ah, for fuck's sake! It's not the tiefling bloke. It's not. I've already spoken to him, and I did the zone of truth thing, and he said it wasn't him. Okay, and it wasn't him. He didn't do it.
Well, we'll see.
We've already seen. My dude. Okay, fine. And I'm just gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna sit and be angry.
Okay.
It was working with spells.
What else are you up to? Anyone else? You guys. So Arwen and Klari have returned back, and you still want to go to Lena's and I'm guessing talk to the plants?
Plant time.
Do you still want to go to Lena's and talk to the plants?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So we're at Lena's, and you find the address. You probably come and go. The guards are there. There's one taking down names of everyone that was there, talking to people who were stayed last night and getting sort of general statements and stuff like that. Stix is upstairs with the sheriff. So you have to spend a little bit of time just giving your names and yeah, she seems very confused at this point. Gives you her address, but it doesn't seem to question it. You're all.
Oh, while I'm talking to Lena,
yeah,
I'm gonna ask her why.
Try again.
I'm gonna ask Lena why Caleb said that Lena didn't actually like Barley, but Lena told us that she did love him.
But that was just, Caleb's quite sensitive, and
also you told him.
I didn't think he'd take outright rejection. I didn't think he'd take outright rejection very well. So I just sort of said, I was with. Bally. I was going to stay with Bally.
But you told Caleb that Bally was mean to you.
I mean, Bally like shouts every now and again. You know, he gets a bit sort of scary when he shouts, but that's about it.
Mm. Don't stay with a man that shouts at you. You deserve better. Anyway, I'm going. Bye.
As you're like making your way out, and you have to, you have to give your details to some of these guards. You overhear one of the sort of regulars arguing with one of the guards that he's like, why can't we go in? Why can't we go in? And the guy's like, there's been a murder with it's like old Bally Balfour's like, he ain't dead, I seen him this morning. He was walking around. I saw him in the street.
Fucking
Where?
Where?
Yeah.
Where'd you see him?
That guy about where? Where have you seen him?
I don't know, it was like an hour ago. He was like walking through the street. Oh,
Which street?
I don't know, one of these ones. I came for a drink.
One of what ones? There's lots of streets around
He
here.
just saw like gestures around him. I don't know. I came in through one of the gates. You know, to
Around here.
couldn't afford it. You know, I can't afford lodgings. You know, in a place like this is too fancy. But the ale's good, so save my coin for the ale.
I don't care about your life story, my dude.
Yeah. That's a
Oh,
whole.
God.
That's a
Oh,
whole.
God, I've got to spell magic.
Oh. Well, that would be useful. But not now. We need to go find this Bally that's actually potentially alive.
Okay. Is that your next goal, to go and try and find this Bally? This semi-drunk man is claiming to have
They're
seen?
going to...
Yeah, if you want to still go there, I can head out
Okay.
towards
So once again,
a live Bally.
okay, so Stix and Neo head towards the gate to the city.
I'm actually suggest that maybe I take Klari because I need a smart person with me. And
No offense, Neo.
no offense, Neo, but I wouldn't mind a bit of intellect because obviously what I'm going to do, we might need to do some talking and some insighting and stuff, whereas you can go and try and protect Arwen if needed.
From the plants.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's question marks next to the murder now.
I'll change from murder to murder.
Murder?
Yeah, and that's what I suggest we do.
I mean, there is a murder because someone is definitely dead.
Well, someone's definitely dead, but maybe
Bally's body is on the floor in.
a body that looks very similar to Bally is on the floor.
That's where Bally is the murderer.
Oh my god, maybe he did kill himself.
Suicide.
He has a twin.
Yeah. No, that wouldn't be.
Maybe
That would
his
be his
twin
twin.
is the
couldn't it?
person that hired someone to assassinate him.
Maybe his twin is actually the one who's been doing all this philandering.
Maybe we should stop getting ahead of ourselves.
Maybe we should. Yeah, let's go to finding.
Okay. We'll start with Arwen because you haven't done anything for a little while. While Stix has been doing the talking. You go and you find Lena's house and you find a nice set of plants in the window.
Hello, plants. I have cast the spell.
You can cast and speak to plants.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you want? got any water?
I just go bloop bloop.
Ah, that's nice.
Excellent.
You got any more
You can,
water?
but yes, well, you can have some more if you tell me some things.
You wouldn't mind standing back a bit. You're blocking the sun.
Okay, I stand
Oh,
back a
that's
bit.
better.
Okay. Yesterday, or this morning, very early, did anyone leave this house?
I don't know. I was sleeping. The sun wasn't out.
Was any of these plants over here, were you awake?
That one might be. It doesn't move. You know, that's moon, Lacey. It is a bit weird. It likes the moon.
Moon plant.
You know, always go. Yeah. Yeah.
Moon plant. Hello, hello, hello.
You got any water?
Wake up. Yes, I do. Here, bloop.
Oh,
I will give you more if you answer this question. Okay.
Water, this place.
Yes. Did anyone leave this house last night?
Yeah, someone went past. They blocked the moon for a bit. It was shit. The moon was nice and pretty.
Was it a
Although
tall
it's been
person?
cloudy recently. So
Oh
I
my
haven't
god,
been
shut
able
the
to
hell up
see
or you won't get the
moon as
water.
much
I
as I
swear to
like,
the Lord
you know, this-
Almighty Hugo. Oh, that seems very quiet.
I want the water.
Oh, okay, right. So, was this a man or a woman?
I don't know. They just went past. I don't actually have eyes, so I can't actually see. I just, you know, a plant. I just know something blocked the light for a little bit when my accent's changing quite rapidly, but we'll ignore that. I'm not supposed to
Why?
be awake during the day. I'm supposed to sleep and then I come out for the moonlight.
Oh.